another interesting thing, Rob, and we go to the world of the NBA. James Harden, I've been debating, our colleague Nick Wright, we've had him on the show. We've been debating many mornings on First Things First. He seems to think that the Houston Rockets and James Harden have some great chance to win the NBA. I guess I'm overstating it, but he gives them a better chance than I do. I don't give them much of a chance at all. They're going to make one of the LA teams in the second round. I think they go home. I'm not holding that against James Harden. I know he's an all-time great. He's clearly a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best we've ever seen. But I don't expect him to win the championship this year. I'll give him a chance down the road. He's still only 30 years old, but I don't expect him to win it this year. And I'm not going to hold that against him. Daryl Morey, however, the GM for the Houston Rockets, has said he's the reason that Harden doesn't have a championship, not Harden himself. Rob G, read Daryl Morey's quote.
That's right. Daryl Morey was on the Pomp podcast earlier this week, and here's what he said, in quote, "We've worked together for 8 or 9 years now, and I couldn't have a better partner to try and win a title with. And in fact, most days I wake up saying, I've let him down because I haven't gotten him the right players to win a title."
Where are you at on that, Rob?
I totally disagree. I think that he's gone out. He's brought all kinds of players. He's changed up the mix, brought people in and out. Chris made some bold moves to try to change up. You don't want to be the definition of insanity, doing the same thing every year, right, and expecting a different result. So I give Daryl Morey credit for that. And James Harden has just failed way too much in the postseason. There's no other way around it. They've been in position, and he's had the clunkers and the bad games and a part of a team that missed. What did they miss? 19 threes in a row?
20. It was either 22 or 27. Yeah, 27.
27 in a row. I mean, if they made Chris 10 of those, you know what I mean? It could have changed everything. So I think Daryl Morey's being very nice in saying that and putting the onus on him rather than on James Harden, but I'm not buying it.
I'm with you. Look, and I've been critical of Daryl Morey. Now he's a good GM.
He ain't genius.
I have been right, exactly. The genius reputation is what I've taken issue with.
But
at the same time, he went out because he hadn't delivered a championship. But he went out and got he teamed Harden with Dwight Howard. And they had some pretty good role players around him, Josh Smith and some others. Patrick Beverly was there, remember. Then he teamed him up with Chris Paul. Then he teamed him up with Russell Westbrook, which, while they might not be the best fit, is still a lot of talent. And they've got good role players. So, to your point, Rob, he's put him with good players. And let's not forget, in 2018, they had Golden State. I don't know. I still think Golden State was going to come back and win that series, but we don't know. Houston was up 3-2 in the conference finals, and they had the home court. And Chris Paul gets hurt, and that was it. They lost. But you mentioned some of Harden's, struggles. I don't think I don't think his playoff career should be defined by his failures.
No, I'm not saying that, but Chris, let me just say this real quick. Even when Kevin Durant got hurt, Charles Barkley went on the air and said, "Series is over." Do you remember that?
Yeah. I didn't, but he did. Yeah.
No, he did. I'm just saying, but that people were like, "Oh, okay, they'll get by him." No Durant. Oh my God, you know what I mean? And then they had Game 6 at home, lost, and were knocked out. If you remember.
Yep. And they could have won Game 5.
Yep.
And they, because that's when Durant got hurt, and they should have won that one. And they didn't. And then, like you said, they lost Game 6. And obviously, you remember 2017 against San Antonio, Game 6. Harden doesn't play well at all. 2 for 10. I think 6 turnovers, 10 points. He had the 12 turnover game, I believe, against Golden State in a playoff game.
Was fugly.
So, he's had his struggles. He's also had some huge games. And individually, he was very good last year when they lost that series to Golden State. But still, the point is to win. And so I think there are a lot of people responsible for why Houston in this era has not gotten a championship. But if you had to put it mostly on, you do it on the players, right? They're on the court. You got to get it done. You got another superstar on your side. And they've been in position, Rob, and they just haven't been able to get it done. So I would put the blame on Harden. Do you give him much of a chance this year?
I give him a chance, but a small one, 10%.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nothing.
Right. They got talent, but
like that. Yeah, and who knows?
Gimmicky.
We just talked about it. If God forbid, LeBron or Kawhi get COVID or something, Chris, you know what I mean? It could change everything.
Yeah. But right now, Houston's the 6th seed. This is interesting because they lost 4 of their last 5. And when they went to small ball, one of the good things out of that, Rob, was they became less Harden-centric. So it wasn't just James Harden dribbling all the time and creating everything. It became more of a partnership with Harden and Westbrook. But Harden's played that way for 4 or 5 years now, where he's dominated everything. And over their last 5 games, kind of since they went small, not totally since they went small, but the last 5 games, they probably played 11 games going small, something like that. He was shooting 37% from the floor, 25% from 3, and his scoring was down. It was still high, but it was down from what it had been the past few seasons. So he's got to adjust. He's going to have to adjust, just like Westbrook had to adjust to playing off the ball with Harden. Harden's got to adjust now to playing off the ball more than he's used to. So that's why I think, they're going to – I don't think they can beat the Lakers or the Clippers. They got a puncher's chance, as you said, but I certainly don't expect that. If all teams are healthy, I'd be shocked. All right, let's throw it out to you guys. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. How much blame does James Harden deserve for the Houston Rockets' recent history of playoff failures? Or what do you think they'll do in the postseason? We'll continue the conversation with you next. It's Chris and Rob.
Craig in Houston, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Craig, how you doing?
You guys doing, man?
What's up,
doing
man?
Good.
And
Sorry about that.
Thanks for bringing us back, Rob. I said, man, every time it comes to Rockets and basketball, Chris, you do us like this, man. You want to go to the guests. You don't want to talk about James Harden. You put the asterisk by our championships, Chris, baby. Come on.
Well, no, I am against, and Rob can back me up. I'm against asterisks. We just did a hypothetical. If you absolutely had to pick one,
right.
but that's fair because I did pick the Rockets. Go ahead. What y'all gonna do this year?
Daryl Morey is exactly right, man. I'm gonna borrow one of Rob's lines. He is poo-pooed on this man's career so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
If he doesn't put, Dwight Howard, that was no help at all. He brought CP3 in
Dwight Howard was the best big man in the league at that point.
Yeah, well, come on now. He was good.
The Lakers were dying to keep him.
Yeah,
Everybody wanted him. That was a huge get. But go ahead.
But it didn't work. It didn't work. And then, so we get CP3. That was probably the best shot we had. But then CP3, we knew his history when we brought him in here. We knew what was probably going to happen.
Right.
He went down, at a key moment. And after he went down, who else did we have? We probably didn't have another guy that could start on another NBA team, and we're trying to knock off what most people say was the best team of this generation. But year after year, for about 3 years in a row, the only people in the West that were given a shot of beating Golden State was Harden and this band of guys that they put together.
Clint Capella.
Oh, come on.
Hold on, Clint Capella is a good center. It's the league has changed, right, Rob? Come on.
He's not a bum.
He's legit. He's not a superstar or star even, but he's legit. PJ Tucker's legit. Like I said, they have Pat Bev. I get it, but I'm just, I think you got to look at Harden, too.
All right, let's go to the capital of Major League Baseball. Pat in St. Louis, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Pat?
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Yeah, I think it's time that we start making these players. Now, I'm a LeBron James fan. It's time to start making these players accountable. Because you know as well as I do, if LeBron James was in a game 6 and 7 and he would not have finished it out, we would destroy that man forever. So, yes, I do think James Harden should be accountable. I think he's had, as Rob said, it's not, LeBron, there's been guys that's had bad games in the postseason, but he has completely fallen apart in games when it's counted. So
Right.
that's my problem. And then part two of the question is, can they win this year? Now, everybody was talking about LeBron in the East, he's in the West. There's only one team that's beaten LeBron in a 7-game series 4 times, right? You got to win 4 out of 7.
Yep.
It's Golden State. So I'm going to tell you right now, the man's in the West, be careful what you wish for because you got it. He's there, and I don't
So
think
you got the
anybody beats him
Lakers
4
winning
times.
it. You got the Lakers winning
over the
it all.
Clippers?
I got the Lakers winning it, but the Clippers do scare the living hell out of me. And it's not because of George and Kawhi. I'm going to tell you, those 2 boys off the bench scare me, Harold and Lou Williams.
Yep.
Look,
They got-
those, and
No
Rob
doubt,
and I
Pat.
have picked the Clippers, but I
Yes.
think you'll admit this, Rob. These are really 2 evenly matched teams. It's going to be a great
I
series.
think the Clippers are deeper. And,
I agree.
and
I
that's
agree.
all. I just think they're deeper.
I
Chris.
think
But
they're a little hungrier too. As I know, LeBron is hungry, but I think 1 through 12, the Clippers
Right.
are even hungrier.
no doubt. Marcus in California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Doing
Good, man. How are you?
Good. First of all, everybody knows the Clippers have the best team, man for man.
No,
And-
they,
but the
they
thing
are
with-
12
but-
deep.
But the thing with James Harden is, I think it's unfair because the best team is supposed to win a championship, and James Harden has never had the best team.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let
They
me stop
had
you,
Golden
Marcus.
State beat.
Marcus, when the
Yeah.
Pistons beat the Lakers in 2004, who had the best team on paper?
Right? The Lakers?
All right, so you can win without being the
No.
best team.
You can, but
All
like
right,
Jordan
so-
never did.
No, but I'm just saying, can you?
Jordan
Right?
never did.
Jordan has never beat a team that he was supposed to lose to. I mean, Jordan. I mean, when Jordan won, his teams were always the best. If you take a poll and you say,
He
you know,
made
who's the
them
best team,
best.
everybody will say
they
Chicago
were the
wins.
best because
Right,
of him.
because of him, though. Yeah.
Stop it. What they do, none of those guys. Pippen went elsewhere and couldn't get a team
He
over
didn't
the
win
hump.
anything, and Horace
Right.
Grant went to Orlando.
Not
Right.
because they didn't get somebody to replace him. When Jordan
Yeah.
left, he just left. Nobody else
No,
came.
I'm
Now,
talking
let's just
about
say,
like when Pippen went to Portland, when Pippen went to Houston. He was on talented squads, and he couldn't
got
help him
deeper
get
than
over
Jordan
the
did
hump.
without Pippen.
Yeah,
Jordan
but
only
Right?
became the best player in the world without Pippen. Stop it.
No,
Stop
no,
it. Really?
no.
Jordan wasn't the best player in the world without Scottie Pippen.
No, he was getting swept. We don't give credit for people who getting
He
swept.
got
We don't
swept
care how
early
good you
in
are.
his career. He got
Right,
swept.
but-
Shaq
but-
got swept too. LeBron got swept too.
LeBron got swept. LeBron, what,
Who
what are
hasn't
we
gotten
saying?
swept? Kareem got swept. Magic and Kareem got swept.
That's right.
Stop
It happens early on.
Right.
Come on, that ain't
and
fair.
some of those guys got swept in their primes,